gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the one and only Kharlie Brown. And you guys know Netflix exists, right? I mean, like, at this point, everybody's watching Netflix. There's so many cool shows on there. Everybody can pretty much just jump into it at any time. They even got a little cool catchphrase: Netflix and chill. But I think that involves sex. Does it? I think it does. Because you only can Netflix and chill with someone that you're attracted to. Anyway, Netflix puts out a lot of good things, okay? Things that catch my eye all the time, okay? But they just recently put something out that just randomly just came on, and I didn't want to watch it, but then my brain was like, "You gotta watch it," and then I'll start watching it, and then I was like, I don't want to do this. And then my brain was like, "No, you were already in, so you got to keep going." And I was like, "No, brain, you don't understand. I really don't want to watch this." And my brain's like, "I don't think you understand. You watch a lot of weird stuff, so you got to watch this." All right, so I'm gonna watch this. Let me tell you guys about what I watched. It's a movie called 365 Days, and I gotta tell you about it. Spoiler alert right there. I mean, it doesn't really matter if I spoil anything for you because it's like nothing to really be spoiled in this movie. It's already spoiled milk, okay? But just hear me out. So the movie starts off, right? And I'm like, cool, all right. I'm watching them, just looking at it. Everything's cool. And this dude is like, apparently he's like in the mafia. And his dad's in the mafia, and his dad's sitting there. Dad's talking to somebody else. They're trying to make a business deal. And then the guy, well, he's a kid because he's the mafia boss's like son. He's sitting there and he's looking out, and he's watching this girl like dance on the beach, whatever. And he's like mesmerized by her. So it's like, all right, cool. Guys get mesmerized by girls. So then his dad walks up. They get into a little conversation, whatever. All of a sudden, pop! The dad gets shot. He gets shot too. Okay. So now he's looking for the girl. Well, he survives, by the way. The dad dies, okay? But, I forgot something. There's a dude in there, and the dude, he works for the family, whatever, right? And when he gets shot, it's like, this dude is just doing weird stuff all throughout the movie. But anyway, so when he gets shot, the guy looks at him and goes, "Oh, no," and runs over to him, okay? By the way, this movie takes place in a different country. Anyway, so after that happens, you then meet the young lady that's supposed to be, the main female character in the movie, his love interest, if that's what you want to call it. So you meet her, and she's with her boyfriend, and her boyfriend says some off the wall type stuff, and he basically tells her, "Well, you didn't pack the bags yet. Like, we can't leave because you didn't pack the bags yet." All right, okay, so I guess they want us to feel bad for her because her boyfriend's a butthole. All right, whatever. Everybody got buttholes, so let's keep going. So after that, a little while goes by and everything else. Okay, so the boyfriend's not there. She goes into the room, and she got a little vibrator thing going on, and she's like, "Ooh, let me touch myself." Ooh, so it's that scene is splitting back and forth with the guy, the son, and he's like on the. I don't even want to get into the dialogue, so I'm not. I'm just going to tell you what's happening and the stuff that frustrated me while watching this movie. So the dude gets up, the son who survived the murder of the father who actually got shot. Okay, so the creepy dude, I'm going to call him the creepy dude so we all can keep up. The creepy dude and the main girl. Okay, so the main girl who has a job and a boyfriend who's in her room at this current time with the vibrator. All right, we're all caught up. So, it's the stewardess on the plane. They're on the plane. It's a private jet. And the guy gets up, and he's all frustrated. Blah, blah, blah. So, he has to go release some stress. Blah, blah, blah. So, he goes back to the back, pulls the curtain, and he sees the stewardess. And she's trying to get up and walk away. He's like, "No. Flight attendant. I'm sorry. Stewardess, flight attendant, whatever." So, he pushes her down. He just looks at her. And then she looks at him, and she unbuckles his pants. And she does that thing that lovers do to show your appreciation with your mouth. That thing. So it keeps cutting back and forth between him getting that thing done, and they're like showing it, like you can see her head, and he's like grabbing, and he's all like, come here. I mean, it's a bit graphic, but it was worse when you watch it. Come here. Okay, and I was like, man, I am a Christian. I shouldn't be watching this. So after that, it's splitting back and forth between the girl, and the girl's all like, woo, and the guy's like, get me, and the girl's like, woo, and then the steward is just like. So then after that, he finishes, and then they show the stewardess, and she's like, basically like, you're welcome. Yep. That was done. And at first I'm like, oh man, was that rape? Like, I'm not for sure. But she kind of looked like, hey, thumbs up, player. It's kind of like she looked like. And I was like, okay, all right, whatever. Let's just keep going with this movie. And then, I start arguing with my brain. Like, I shouldn't be watching this movie, brain. I shouldn't be watching this. This dude just got that thing that lovers do with their mouths to show appreciation. So, after that, I'm just chopping this movie up. Because after that scene, you pretty much just go to the scene where homeboy runs into the girl. Runs into her. Yeah, I'm sorry. The creepy guy runs into her. So he runs into her, and he calls her baby girl. I'm like, okay. All right. Guess there's her nickname. All of a sudden, let's fast forward a little bit. He catches her. Not like catches her when she falls. No. The creepy dude kidnaps her. That's right. Kidnaps her. She wakes up. She walks out. And there's like a big picture. Giant picture of her. There. It's a picture of her on the wall. Okay, so she's talking to him. And she's like, "What? You can't do this," and blah, 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 and all this other stuff. I want to leave. I want to get out of here. So then he's all like, "Main girl, calm down." Well, he actually called her baby girl, but I'm calling her main girl. So he's like, "Calm down." So she's like, "I shouldn't be here," and all this stuff. He's like, "Let me tell you something right now." So he tells her, he goes, "I'm going to give you 365 days to fall in love with me." What? Is that a threat? Like, what's going on, player? You threatening people? So he's like, I'm going to give you 365 days to fall in love with me. Then he even proceeds to tell her, if I wanted, I could just take it at any time. You kind of did. You kidnapped her. Like, she's not here on her own accord, brother. She's not. She didn't get in her accord and drive over there. No, she had a life. She had a man. And, what's that? He gives her a file, and it shows pictures of her boyfriend cheating on her. Yeah, this guy's thorough. He is thorough. He's like, yep, that dude cheating, and you mine now. Use mines, because you got 365 days to fall in love with me. All right, fast forward. All this stuff going on. She asks him, oh, what's your job? Okay, what's your job? And he says, I do business. All right. I guess that's the mafia way of saying, I can't tell you, because if I tell you, I gotta kill you. Anyway, so she sees him like moving a body because they didn't kill somebody. She's all upset. Dude, there's even a scene, she runs to the cops and like, listen, this dude didn't kidnap me. And they're like, him? Yeah. Have a nice day. I'm like, so he's basically got the cops in his pocket. In his pocket. Okay, so after that, so at this point now, let me make sure everybody's up to speed. At this point now, he forced the stewardess, kind of, sort of, to give him that thing that lovers do when they love each other with their mouth. And then after that, he kidnapped her. He got a painting of her, so obviously he was stalking her. And also, he told her she got 365 days to fall in love with him, and gave her pictures of her boyfriend cheating. Up to speed? Good, because I know I'm rambling, but keep up. Okay, so after all that crap happens, okay, there's another scene, right, where they're back at his place or whatever, right, and they're talking, and she's all like, if I did give it to you, you wouldn't know what to do. And, she's being that little womanly, like, she's being all feisty and stuff. So, while she's been all feisty, he gets mad, like, what? And he's like, he tells her to get on the bed, like, get on the bed. So she gets on the bed, right? That's how you say, get on the bed. So she gets on the bed, and she like crawls back, whatever. He gets on the bed, and at this point, I'm like, okay, is he about to just rape her? is going on now? So then he does it. Okay. So he like grabs her hands and then like chains her up. Then he chains her legs. So her legs are all like chained up. I can't really show you because like I'm sitting down, but her legs are chained up too. But every time she tries to move her legs, every time she tries to like struggle, it moves her legs open up wider. So then her lady part is showing even more so. It's like it's one of those like set straps. I hate to be in that thing. Anyway, so after that, he's like takes off his clothes and like you can see his butt cheeks. I didn't want to see his butt cheeks, but we seen his butt cheeks. Whatever. And you know, have you guys ever noticed that guys got that weird thing on their butt? Because I got it too. It's like on the side. It's like a dimple, like an indent on the side. And it's like, it looked like your butt is like just like round here. Then it's like the indent on the side. So it's kind of like indents like that on the side. You guys ever notice that? Like I got it and I don't like it. I think it's ugly. But whatever. Anyway, so after that, all of a sudden this girl walks in the room. And he's like, where'd this girl come from? And I'm like, yeah, where did the girl come from? And like I was by myself at work watching it, but I'm thinking to myself, like, where the fuck did that girl come from? And then there's people walking by too, like, what is he watching over there? And where did that girl come from? So anyway, the girl walks into the room. He got the other girl chained up to the bed who he gave 365 days. You know, baby girl. He got her chained up on the bed and the legs like spread like a birdie eagle. So then he goes and sits down and she can see what's going on. The girl comes over. I'm like, oh, they about to have sex in front of the girl? I thought you was trying to get... what's going on? So then the girl comes over and she does that thing, you know, that thing that, this happens a couple times in the movie, that thing that lovers do when they're in love, you know, with their mouth. So then she does that and he's just sitting there like, yeah, this is happening. Yeah. And then the girl's just sitting there looking like, all right. And he's like, yeah, this is happening. And the other girl is down. And like all you can see is like just like her head. So it looks like this. So she's all like, okay, this is happening. Like baby girl's like, this is happening. And then the creepy guy who kidnapped her, he's like, yeah, this is happening. All right. Then homegirl finishes and she gets up and, you know, she does what the other girl did. And walks off. So then he walks over to baby girl who's handcuffed and then tells baby girl who's handcuffed, that could have been you. Oh Lord. Okay, so he tells her that could have been you. Trust me, people, I'm not spoiling anything from you. If you watch this, you're gonna look at me, you're gonna look and come back and talk to me and you're gonna say the same thing that I said when I was watching the movie. What was that? That could have been you? Is that like did that turn her on? Like, do you say that to a girl? Is that what you do nowadays? I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm getting old. I'm about to be 36 in a couple of months. Maybe I'm old now. I'm not hip to the times, but okay. All right. So after that, they go to a club. And they're at a club, but she's wearing like a really skimpy short dress. Oh, I'm sorry. Baby girl is wearing a really skimpy dress. And the creepy dude's like, how dare you wear that dress? Why would you wear that dress? You know, people can look up there. Like her dress was so short, you could see her soul. It was crazy. So after that, they're in the club and they getting it on. Yeah, getting it on in the club, right? So while they're getting it on in the club, all of a sudden, a dude comes over and is like messing with baby girl. He doesn't like that. So he then takes baby girl to get out of there. Wait, I missed something. Yeah, that's right. I missed something. I missed the part where he picks her up from the limousine and he puts her on a plane, a private plane. But she's on a plane and she's chained up like a prisoner. Like, how did I miss that part? Okay, all right. Anyway, I missed that part, but everybody's up to speed now. So after that, they're on a boat. Well, not back on a boat. They're on the boat. They're all over the place, but they're on the boat now, right? And while they're on the boat, they get into an argument, and he's all like, well, you know, you was wearing that short dress. You're being this. You been a whore. You a ha. You know. So then she's all like, don't call me that, blah, blah, blah. So she falls off the boat in the midst of them arguing and stuff with the back and forth. He then jumps off the boat into the water. Okay. So then jumps in the water. He grabs her, puts her back. Oh, I forgot to mention, she has some type of weird disease and she has to take some type of medicine for it. I mean, but that's not neither here nor there. But anyway, she fell off the boat. He jumped off, goes in the water, grabs her, pulls her back on the boat. And then she wakes up and he saves her. And then she's all like, oh my God, you saved my life. And he's like, I'm so happy you saved her life. but I also want to kill you so bad right now. Why do you disobey? Disobey. So then he tells her that she needs to stop disobeying or whatever, and she can't do that because he doesn't know what he'll do if he loses her. And then she looks at him and goes to unbuckle his pants. And I'm like, pause. Let me make sure I'm following this right. So he's a mobster. He kidnapped you. Told you that you had 365 days to fall in love with him. Then told you that he can take you whenever he wanted to. Handcuffed you to a bed. After he handcuffed you to a chair on an airplane. Police officers are afraid of him to the point that they ran away quickly. You have been gone from your friends, your family, and your boyfriend all this time. I didn't see nobody looking for you. Then on top of that, he called you a whore because you were wearing a dress that was so short that you can see your soul. And then after that, basically pushed you off a boat, saved your life. Then she undoes his pants and gives him that thing that lovers do when they're in love. That's the third time this has happened in the movie. This is the third time for him. Third time. I'm a nicer guy than him, and I don't get that. Anyway, so after that happens, right? He's sitting there. He pushes her down. He gets on top of her. And then, bow, chicka, bam, bam, wow, wow. Ticka, 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 back, chicka, bam, bam, wow, wow. Ticka, ow, ow, ow. Literally for like 3 minutes. Like, they're just all over the place. And I'm just like, all right, cool. I guess this is what we're doing. Like, literally all over the place. My stomach was all bubbly because I don't really like watching sex scenes in movies. Because, like, when I watch sex scenes, it makes my stomach, like, nervous. And I get all bubbly in the stomach. Bubbly just thinking about it. But it was all over the place for 3 minutes. Then he gets in the water, swimming around and everything. Because, you got to wash off all those juices. Then he gets back on the boat, walks over to her, gives her a kiss. Love you and all this other stuff, right? So, anyway, they get back. And then all of a sudden, an ex-girlfriend of his show up. She's all crazy, and he didn't want to be with her. He tells baby girl that she got to leave. Baby girl leaves. She goes back. She disappears, okay? Come and find out there's a rival family. And who's a part of the rival family? Apparently, that dude you beat up that was looking at homegirl because baby girl had the short on that was so short you could see her soul. Anyway, so after all that happened, she then went back. Her friends are like, where you been? We've been looking for you. You've been gone all this time, blah, blah, blah. So after all that happens, blah, blah, blah. She changes her hair. Is like, she goes out to hit the club. She then goes hit the club, runs into her ex-boyfriend. I'm like, who wrote this? She runs into her ex-boyfriend. Her and her ex-boyfriend are getting into a little argument. All of a sudden, creepy dude pops up. It's like, she don't want to go nowhere with you. Boyfriends is just like, all right. And then he walks out. So I guess everybody's afraid of creepy dude. So he walks out. Okay. So the two of them, brown chicken, brown, brown, wow, wow. Again, right? So after that happens, right? Okay, we're almost to the ending. We're almost to what I like to call the punch in the face. Wait for it. So after all that happens, all of a sudden, homeboy's like, all right, cool. I love you and all this other stuff. She's like, no. I don't need 365 days to fall in love with you. This is what baby girl says to him. And hidden creepy guy says, what do you mean? And she goes, I'm already in love with you. Okay. All right, cool. She's in love with him. Fine, whatever. So at this point, I'm like, cool. This got to be the ending coming up at some point. She loves him now. And let's get to the ending, okay? So she then gets her friends with her, and they're about to get married and all this other stuff, and they're getting ready for the marriage and stuff. Then homegirl's talking to her friend, and I'm like, man, they've been having a lot of sex. She pregnant. All of a sudden, she tells her friend, I'm pregnant. It's like, oh, didn't see that coming. Wow, shocker. M. Night Shyamalan. So after that happens, right, she then gets in the car with her friend, they drive or whatever. Now all of a sudden they go to like this tunnel, and then they don't come out the tunnel. Homeboy was on the phone talking to her. Creepy guy was talking to her on the phone. Then they don't come out the tunnel. Then they fade to black. But before it fades to black, you know that weird dude I told you about at the beginning? The one that was all like, oh no, you shot him. Oh, and it works for the dad. That dude comes and he's sitting there and he's like, I don't know. Then it fades to black. So after it fades to black, I'm like, well, I guess that's it. That was a weird ending. Ready for the punch in the face? Okay, here we go. Here's the punch in the face. Apparently, this is based off a book series. And they're about to start making the second one. But coronavirus slowed them down. You telling me there's more? There's more to this crud? I can't. Okay, so to sum it all up for you guys, apparently women don't want to be treated with respect. I'm not sure what I was supposed to get out of that movie. You know, a lot of times you watch a movie and you get something out of it, like it was a comedy, and you get something out of it. And I gotta tell you guys, a pass or a fail for this too. Fail. As a man, I feel disrespected watching that movie. I don't know what women feel. I don't know if they got hot and bothered while watching that. But 3 scenes of somebody doing that thing that lovers do with their mouth to that dude, and he's creepy. He kidnapped her, told her that she had 365. Okay, let's say she didn't fall in love with you after 365 days. What were you gonna do? You're just gonna kill her, weren't you? I can't. Anyway, if you choose to watch that movie, you are more than welcome to. It is your God-given right as a human being. But I will tell you right now, just take everything that I just said, just that little clip notes version I just said, and hold that in your soul. Or if you, like her, put a dress on that's so short that you can see yourself. If you can pick up what I'm putting down, Around the Town, Kharlie Brown. Don't watch it, people. Do not watch that movie. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, to one and only Kharlie Brown. I just wanted to let you guys know that you can check out Around the Town podcast right now on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, anywhere you get your podcasts. Again, that's Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So come on. Don't you want to go around town with Kharlie Brown? If you can pick up what I'm putting down, Around the Town, Kharlie Brown.